everyone, it's Mio, and today I have a needle felt and sewing tutorial for you. As you can see, I'm going to show you how to make Hello Kitty hugging this really cute hamburger. This tutorial is a little more intricate, but I think it's a really cute project and it makes a wonderful gift, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. First, you'll need a circular object that has a circle base. I'm using this one and the base is about 2 inches in diameter, and I'm going to place this on an index card or any really type of cardboard paper that you have. You're going to go ahead and take your pencil and draw out your circle. You're going to need 2 of these to form the hamburger. When you cut out these 2 patterns, you should have 2 nice circles that are a little bit thick. You want to make sure you use cardboard or index paper because it's thicker than regular paper and you want it to hold its shape really well. This index card circle will form the inside of your hamburger. Now to form the outside, you're going to draw a larger circle. I used the exact same circle, but I drew a 1/2 inch rim and cut this out. This is going to be the pattern for the actual felted bun piece. Now that you have the pattern, go ahead and place this on a light brown piece of felt. You can get your felt at your local craft store. I bought mine at Hobby Lobby for I think 25 cents. And you're going to go ahead and take a Sharpie or a pen and draw out the circle so you can cut this pattern out. You will need 2 circles because there are 2 buns in your hamburger. Now once you have these all cut out, take your sewing needle and you're going to sew up and down along the perimeter of your brown felt. It's nothing fancy at all. As you can see, I'm just taking the needle up and down and I'm making sure that there's enough room on the edge so that when you tug on it a little bit, you can see it wrinkles up. Once you're done sewing along the perimeter, place the index card circle that you created earlier in the center. And once you place this in the center, you're going to pull the string. Don't knot it yet. And as you can see, it tightens up the perimeter, kind of like a little shopping bag where you pull the drawstring and it forms little ripples along the edge. And you're pretty much covering your cardboard piece of paper with really cute felt. Go ahead and tie a knot at the very end and you can cut off all the extra string. This will form the bottom part of your hamburger. For the top part of your hamburger bun, you're going to give it a little bit of poof. So I took some cotton and placed it on top first, and then took the circle index card and placed it right on top of the cotton. And then very carefully try to pull your string with everything inside. So just pull it just like a drawstring earlier. And once you're happy with it, go ahead and tie a knot just like you did earlier. So here is pretty much my hamburger buns. I have a bottom and a top, and as you can see, the top is fluffier than the bottom. So now that we have the sewing part taken care of, let's move on to the needle felting part. I'm going to use a sponge and a felting needle. This is a very specific needle used for felting wool. And if you don't have a sponge, you can use a foam board. And for the hamburger meat, I'm going to take some brown wool and I'm going to felt this into the shape of a hamburger patty. There's really no science behind needle felting. All you have to do is take the wool and poke your needle into the wool and form it into the shape that you want. As you can see here, the more times you poke the wool, the more it will become thicker and smaller and hold its shape better. So all I'm doing is needle felting this into a flattened hamburger patty that will fit in your buns. For the lettuce, take some green felting cloth, cut it into the circle the same size as your hamburger bun, and you're just going to pull the edges. And as you notice, it loosens the fiber and it forms this ruffle-like appearance that looks very similar to lettuce. It's very easy, and this is pretty much what my lettuce looks like. Now if you take some yellow felt and cut it into a square, take some red felt and cut it into a circle, you pretty much have cheese, tomatoes, and you have all the other stuff you need to form a hamburger. So you have your lettuce and your hamburger patty, and all you have to do is put all the pieces together to form your cute little hamburger. Honestly, you can put all the pieces however you want. I decided that I wanted to put the hamburger patty on first and have the cheese put on top of the hamburger patty, because that way the cheese can fold downward and it looks a little melted and more realistic this way. And then you can just put on your lettuce, your tomato, and then the top part of your bun. But if you want to put yours in a different order, you absolutely can. And of course, everything I put in my hamburger is just the standard stuff and colors that I see in regular hamburgers. But if you want to add different things inside your hamburger like bacon and mustard, you absolutely can. Once you're happy with how your hamburger is going to look, go ahead and hot glue everything together so it doesn't come apart. This is what my hamburger looks like. So let's move on to Hello Kitty. The Hello Kitty project is completely needle felted, so all you need is some white felting wool to create the head and ears of Hello Kitty. I'm just taking a felting needle and I'm felting this into an ovally shape as the shape of Hello Kitty's head normally is. And you're going to need to needle felt 3 tiny little triangles to form Hello Kitty's ears. Like I said earlier, needle felting really doesn't have any science to it. If you want something to be reshapen, just go ahead and take your needle and poke it some more and it'll eventually reshape into the object size that you want. So to put the ears onto the face, all I have to do is just poke it a couple times with the felting needle and eventually they'll form cross links and stick together. So now that I have the head of Hello Kitty, I'm going to form the Hello Kitty bow. All I did was put two small little triangles together, and when I put these two triangles together and needle felt them onto the head, you have a rudimentary bow. But to form Hello Kitty's bow in particular, you're going to need a circle in the center. So I just needle felt a tiny little circle and needle felt the circle into the center of the bow. The smaller the objects are, the easier it is to poke your fingers, and this needle really does hurt, so please be careful. For the nose, I took a small piece of yellow wool, rolled it into a small little ball, and needle felt this into the center of Hello Kitty's face. For the eyes, I took some black wool, rolled it into a ball, and of course needle felt them where Hello Kitty's eyes belong. And before you put on the whiskers, you want to give Hello Kitty a little bit of blush, so I took some pink wool and just gently needle felt it down where her cheeks belong, which is right beneath her eyes. After you put on the blush, then you can take some black wool, roll it in between your fingers so you can form a long thin string, and you can needle felt this onto the side of her cheeks to form her whiskers. This one is by far, I think, the hardest part because it's such small pieces of wool, but if you take your time, it can definitely look really cute. So this is Hello Kitty's head, and this is the hamburger, and I want Hello Kitty to hold the hamburger, so I'm going to needle felt a body. I'm using some red felting wool because I want her to wear red overalls, and I pretty much needle felt it into this kind of triangle shape, and I'm using the head to give me the size of how large I want the body, and really I want the body to be slightly smaller than the head. You'll need to needle felt two small round balls to form Hello Kitty's feet on the bottom, and you can needle felt this straight onto the body, and you're going to need to form two little arms. So I'm using some pink wool to form Hello Kitty's top, and I'm just needle felting this into a small round cylinder, and I'm needle felting small little balls on top of the cylinder, and that will be her hands. To make her outfit look a little more complete, I'm just decorating it with a little bit of red felting wool on the edges, so that will form the sleeve of her top. Like I said earlier, I want her to wear overalls, so overall has like a little pocket of where you can see the under top. So I'm just taking some pink wool and I'm placing it on the very top of her neckline, and that will make it look more like overalls here. And then I can just needle felt her arms on, and it looks like she's wearing some red overalls with a pink top. The only accessory you need to do now is take some clay to form the sesame seeds on top of your hamburger bun. I'm using polymer clay here, and I'm just forming tiny little teardrops, and you're going to need to form multiple of them. Once you're done making them, bake them in the oven for 20 minutes at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can hot glue them onto the top of your bun. I just like to space them out evenly so it looks kind of like a real sesame hamburger bun. So this, guys, is what the hamburger looks like, and this is actually what my Hello Kitty looks like. I put the two together. I wanted my Hello Kitty to hold and hug the hamburger, but if you want them two separately and form two separate projects, you absolutely can. I think they're cute either way. You can hot glue the two pieces together, and that's pretty much how I created this Hello Kitty hugging a hamburger. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. For more like these, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And do check out my other social media websites such as Instagram and Twitter. You can get previews of future tutorials to come. I want to thank you guys so much for patiently waiting for me to upload a new video. I know I haven't been uploading as much since I've been moving to a new home, but I do plan on upping more tutorials soon. Just hang in there and there will be more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck and have fun crafting. Bye!